You don't know about these?
I don't. They're the shadows, I know that.
Let's take a moment for the off-white jacket real quick. This ain't a jacket, it's a sweater. That shit's sick. Let me see the, damn, does this have anything on the front?
Yeah, just the
off.
Yeah.
That shit is sick. Look at the new graphic designer on his second day here, coming through here trying to sweat out fools. You already know, dude. What up, fool?
What up, what? Got these. Oh, those.
That's different.
Shadow ones come out this Saturday.
Why do you always
Pretty nice too, huh? The leather on these shoes.
Oh shit, those drop. Fuck, I missed the drop.
No, they come out this Saturday.
Oh, okay, I was tripping. I was like,
You trying to get these?
fuck yeah.
Are you?
Those
I know, they're like buttery, yeah.
Those are, let me see the leather on those.
It's buttery.
These are definitely like softer leather than that, bro.
It's the best.
Yeah, these are everyday shoes for sure.
I know what those would be perfect with this shirt right here.
Would it be? That shit's tight, huh? That would be dope.
Hey, it's podcasting here, food.
Are you?
Sure, food, yeah.
Well, your podcast starts tomorrow.
I'm already logging in right now.
Every day your podcast starts tomorrow.
I'm already logging in, food, right now. Food.
Not even no computer or anything. What are you doing, fool? I'm about to be fucking a podcaster right now, fool.
I am about to jump in here and podcast, so that's what I'm
I want it outside the car so I can see.
You can even ones that you put in the back and the front too, that go through the front and back, and some of them fill the inside of the car as well.
Outside. What size are these, food?
10.5.
Yep, sell them. How much you want?
Shut up. This one ain't serious.
What you mean, fool? Don't ever question me.
This one ain't serious.
Don't ever question
He's
me.
Darius. He's not serious.
Look, fool, I got the bread right here. Fool, hold on.
That's about $150.
I ain't even got to hit the ATM or
Hey, that's the way like this. Flip it over. I ain't even got to hit the ATM.
Still more bread, nigga. I'm still straight hunnids.
That's $10. Straight hunnids.
Straight hunnids.
Straight hunnids. That's $50, Smokey. They'll sell out.
Yeah,
They'll sell out, and then I can sell them for $800.
No. In a year, you could probably sell them for between $400 and $450.
Sounds like a waste of money, Thomas.
What?
not a good investment.
It's not a good investment. Turnover rate.
You didn't say you were trying to invest. You said you were trying to wear them. Are these my size? I got the red right now.
I might want to put them on once.
You got it to ATM. Yeah, why didn't got it to ATM? What happened to that?
It's only one time because I only got to put them on once, and then I'm gonna slang these bitches. I'm gonna review it on the website, and I'm gonna slang them.
You're gonna review it on the website?
Because on everything.
You're doing reviews on the website. Dang, this fool's crushing. This guy had to walk out the room.
We're gonna keep a one-man army
now, fool.
He's doing reviews on the website now.
And I'm not even gonna edit the video. Fool.
Yes, cool him down. Fool, cool him down.
Thomas, it look like somebody already wore these, fool. $250.
Where?
It's all types of shit on the inside and shit. Cause
all types of shit? There's 2 pieces of lint.
It's a Nike sticker. Socks and shit, cuz.
Well, like, those look mad right there, in my opinion. With, like,
These drop on Saturday.
They match that jacket, though.
Oh, that's true. Fool, you need these in your life. The Metallica jacket? You need these in your life. Weeso.
I can't buy no more shoes.
Is your girl gonna kill you?
Yeah, she don't.
That's the one. What is going down, y'all? Welcome back to the most underrated sneaker channel on YouTube. Your words, not mine. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at the Jordan 1 Shadows. Those drop this Saturday, $160 retail. But in addition to taking a look at that sneaker, once I got these in hand and saw the quality, felt the quality really, it made me want to do a comparison video for you guys because the quality is so good on them, man. So other than just your standard run-of-the-mill Jordan 1 review, look at the shoe, all that stuff, we're gonna compare them to a few of the other Jordan releases lately, that being the Bread Toes, that being the Royals, and then also we'll compare them to the king of all kings as far as the sneaker community is concerned, which is the Shattered Backboard Jordan 1. So without further ado, man, let's jump right into it. We'll take a look at these joints first. That is the box label. These are size 10.5. This is my homie's pair, so I'm blessed to be able to take a look at them a little bit early for you guys, compare the quality on them. I do have my pair secured. I highly suggest you get your pair secured because these shits are fire. As you can see there, they did change up the box label. They have the women's size equal to the men's size there in sizing. Hashtag Me Too movement. Look at that right there. Bang, women, you're getting some quality on the sneakers, ladies. That's what I'm talking about, man. Your size is equal to the men's size. Well, not equal, but font size. That's what I meant. Your font size is equal to the men's font size. Anyway, let's get into the shoe. Bang. There we are. Look around the shoe. Now, first glance, it just looks like another Jordan 1, nothing special. But once you get this joint in hand, man, you can feel the quality used on this sneaker. This is something like I haven't seen in Jordan 1 in a long time, maybe if ever. And it's just because the whole shoe is so soft. I mean, not only the toe box, not only the swoosh, but this black leather that's used along the toe box here, along the side paneling, up top, on the cuff. Ridiculous, like ridiculously soft in hand. I can't explain it to you. For some people, they don't really care about the leather quality of Jordan 1s, but for some people it's a huge deal, and that's pretty much what changes from Jordan 1 to Jordan 1 other than the colorway is the quality of material used. So let's jump right into it. Toe box, super butter, very nice quality, tumbled. That's nothing new. We've been seeing a nice tumbled soft leather on the toe box for the past few Jordan releases. The real thing that's switched up is this leather right here. This black leather around the toe is just extremely soft. Same thing with the black leather on the side paneling, man. It's just so soft to the touch. It's not as tumbled as some of your other pairs. It doesn't really give you that tumbled appearance on the black, but the quality of it, how soft it is, it's not a stiff, plasticky type of Jordan 1. This is a very plush, soft Jordan 1. I just want to squeeze the shoe, and this isn't even my shoe. This is the homie's shoe, but so I know he's probably watching this like, what is he doing squeezing the shit out of my shoe? Don't worry, dog. Now, before we get into the comparison with some of the other releases and seeing how they compare, a couple things I have noticed. I have seen a couple other sneaker channels where people did early reviews, like months early, like a couple months ago early, up to a couple weeks ago. I did notice on those pairs and on this pair, some of those YouTubers have pairs where this is not tumbled. Their swoosh does not have the tumbled leather. It's more of just a flat leather. It kind of matches this black leather, you know, it's just flat. It's still probably super soft, just like the leather used on here, but it is a different material. So some people don't really care, but if you do and you're in store, make sure you check out your pair first. If you're getting them online, roll the dice, dog. It's just a crapshoot. But I definitely wanted to point that out because I know some people on the bread toes, I was like, oh, looks like we're getting quality pairs this time. All my swooshes and toe boxes and everything matched. It wasn't like my Royals from last year. But then I had people in the YouTube comments like, yo, my pair was all messed up. My toe boxes didn't match my leather. So whatever. I mean, it's going to vary pair to pair. It looks like this pair here that I have in hand does have the tumbled swoosh. I have also seen other videos of YouTubers and they're like, oh man, I wish they would have done the tumbled swoosh on them. Well, I got this pair from a retail store and they do have the tumbled swoosh. I know they got theirs early. I'm not saying they're fake or anything like that. I'm just saying there's inconsistencies probably. Some of them may not be tumbled. All I'm saying is be on the lookout if you're wanting that with your pair. So first up, let's compare these to the Royals. I have my pair of Royals here. I have not worn them yet. They came from Nike. You guys know I was pretty dissatisfied with the quality and the matching and all that stuff that went on with my pair of Royals. Bang. There we are, Jordan 1 Royal. All right, so jumping in and comparing the quality of the Royals, we talked about the tumbled swoosh, tumbled toe box, all that stuff. On my pair, the swooshes were tumbled on my Royals. I didn't have any issue with that. Very soft. Same kind of leather that's used on these shadows. Very soft leather on the swoosh. So the swoosh, very similar. Toe box on these, this one here is the non-tumbled leather, but it's still really soft. And then this shoe, you have the tumbled leather there. We've already gone over this whole fiasco back when I dropped the video on these. This shoe is tumbled, this shoe is not tumbled. Again, I don't care if it's tumbled or not tumbled. I just want them to match. Both be tumbled or both be not tumbled, just be soft and I'm happy. I didn't get that on my pair, so I was a little bit salty. But nonetheless, I would say the leather on the shadow is definitely a little bit softer in the toe box. Not a ton. This is still really nice leather in the toe box on the Royal, but it is softer on the shadow. Now that's about where the similarities end. This shoe here, as far as your side paneling and your cuff up top, it's just that regular basic kind of synthetic black leather. I don't know if it is synthetic. It's just the real basic GR type leather. The shadows, you don't get that at all. Not to say that this is tumbled, but it's just so much softer. I can't explain it. It's just a very soft to the touch leather on these shadows. This shoe doesn't It's a little bit more stiff. Like these side panels here, more stiff. Up along the cuff, it's a little bit stiffer. Like it's just not as plush as this one, man. This one is just, you can see the difference there. Up along the top cuff on the Shadow, you can just see how nice and soft that leather is all the way down here into the cuff, down the back of the shoe. It's just a very, very nice, plush, soft leather that was used on this pair. So Shadow's better than the Royal One. Next up, Bread Toe. These just dropped a couple months ago. I have not worn my pair yet. Bang, there we are, Bread Toe Jordan 1. Same thing on the toe box here. A nice, soft, quality leather. A little bit less tumbled than what I had on one toe box of my Royals, and maybe a little bit less tumbled than what I see on these Shadows, but maybe this one's just a little bit more tumbled. Again, not a big deal. They're both super soft. Same kind of leather there. Side paneling, Bread Toes is going to be a little bit more tumbled, and it's still a very, very soft leather there. But as far as the Shadows go, you don't have really any tumbled leather there, but it is very, very soft. I would say these are about equal, just different styles of leather. Swoosh on the Bread Toe, no tumble whatsoever. Just your flat black leather on there. As far as the leather around the toe box, it's actually pretty good on these Bread Toes, man. It's pretty soft. It's your same flat black leather that you got matching the swooshes, but it is still very, very soft. It's not as soft as the Shadows. I'm still giving the edge to the Shadows on this. Still softer on these ones. Now moving to the back of the shoe, as we move up the cuff, this is still very soft. This is still a very, very soft, nice, semi-tumbled leather there. About the same as the Shadows. Same kind of thing there. Now once you move up that to the top of the heel cuff, that's where you're gonna see a difference. These Shadows, super, super buttery, super soft up top, and you do not get that on the Bread Toes. You have a similar material that's used on the Royals. It's just a little bit more stiff, a little bit more synthetic feeling, if you will. Yeah, it's just a stiffer, lower grade quality leather that they use up top here. Same thing as the Royals. And you can just feel when you squeeze the back of this shoe, it's a lot stiffer than when you squeeze the back of this shoe. This thing just goes together like butter. Like I said, I really can't explain it. Something you have to have in hand. So while the Bread Toes are very, very good quality, I'm still giving the edge to the Shadows. Now, last but not least, the sneaker community's top dog when it comes to Jordan 1s and quality on Jordan 1s. It's the Jordan 1 Shattered Backboard. I got my pair right here. Now these joints, oh, bang, there we go. And on these right here, you see the leather on the toe box is super, super tumbled. Very, very good quality, very nice, super tumbled. I've also worn mine quite a few times, so maybe it's a little more creased up. Side panel on the Shattered Backboards is just super, super butter, super plush, super nice, tumbled, all that good stuff. Very, very nice on those. Now, when we're comparing toe boxes here, this is definitely a way more tumbled leather, but I don't really feel like it's any nicer. I feel like these are about the same softness. They're both super buttery. Now, where these differ, and honestly, I'm gonna give the edge to the Shadow, is this leather around the toe box, man. This is a super nice, soft leather. This one here is more of it's more of that like stiffer, regular grade leather that you get on the Bread Toes, that you get on the Royals. This is a different, I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's just a different, like when you push on this, you can see the creases there, and it just pushes in so easy. It's so nice. There's no stiffness to it. On your Shattered Backboards, it's way more of a stiff leather. It's not as soft. And that's something you can definitely feel. Like when I'm walking around in my David Letterman Jordan 1, which is a pretty basic GR pair, they're definitely a stiffer toe box than my Breads or some of my other Jordan 1s. So this is something that's definitely going to be noticeable when you're walking in the shoe. Moving up to the side panel, it's super, super tumbled, super buttery on the Shattered Backboard, as well as the swoosh. And I'm gonna say the Shadow is basically matching that. The only difference is it's not tumbled leather, but it is still very, very soft. The shoe still flexes very well in that part of the shoe. The swoosh is equivalently soft to the Shattered Backboard on there. Those are about the same, man. The side paneling on these, other than the tumbled leather versus non-tumbled leather, virtually identical as far as quality goes. Now moving around to the back of the sneaker, man, again, this is where you have your difference. You're gonna be pretty much the same quality from the backside here. This is super soft, super nice, tumbled. But then when you get up to the top of that heel cup, this leather used is gonna be softer than the Bread Toes or the Royals, but it's still not as soft as these Shadows, man. And maybe this is just the pair I have. I don't know. I don't know if all pairs are gonna be like this, but this particular pair is just a lot nicer leather than we've ever seen used up there. and you don't really get that on the shattered backboard. So if we come down to it, man, which is better as far as quality? All I'm telling you, as far as softness and the materials used in the shoe, I'm gonna give the Shadow the slight edge on that one, man. Some of you guys may not agree with that, but I'm holding both shoes in hand here, and with this pair of Shadows, man, that is my assessment. When you guys get your pair of Shadows this Saturday or next week, I would love to hear your comments on them, especially if you own a Jordan 1 shattered backboard and you can actually compare them like I did. But overall, man, the quality on this shoe is insane. This is definitely a must cop. This is probably a double up. I know some of you guys are like, well, it's not as tumbled, it doesn't look as soft. I get it, but not all tumbled leather is super soft anyway. It doesn't have to be tumbled leather to be soft. And as I'm sitting here comparing both the shoes, this one gets the edge for me just as far as the overall softness on the shoe. Finishing out the review on this joint, it does have the white Jordan insole with the black Nike Air logo. Black laces come in the shoe, and then it does come with a pair of gray laces attached to the shoe as well. That is about all on these joints, man. I hope you guys like the switch up on just the regular review and comparing them to a couple of the old ones. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and shoot your boy a follow on IG. I would love to have you guys a part of my sneaker community and chop it up with you guys back and forth on different sneaker releases, quality of shoes, any questions you may have, all that good stuff. As always, thank you guys for watching. I love the shit out of y'all, and I will see you fools tomorrow.
Zoning now. Ain't too many that know about my life. I'm older now, tryna move on, get over now. That's right, I'm into you, baby, this my interview. Smoke all night, I'm in the mood. Hit it all night, let's get into this paper that I'm chasing paper like I'm racing in my mind, no patience. You can't tell us where to take